I literally cannot believe that we are still talking about a politician sitting on the floor of a train. Is the quest to get rid of someone so bad that there are many that will cling on to anything to obtain and fulfil the agenda that they are set out to achieve? This seems to be the policy that is at the moment causing the most upset, or at least it seems to be. Nationalisation of the railways. Now, I said it in episode 34, there are a lot of people and a lot of companies that make a lot of money from the service being private. Richard Branson seems hell-bent in trying to maintain this. Should Richard Branson be targeting Jeremy Corbyn, or indeed any politician that would be trying to exercise the same policy? Why not? He has a lot to lose. There is a lot of money and profits involved. But, you know, I'm not condoning what he is trying to do. But if you had that amount of money involved in a company that provides a service, wouldn't you do anything to protect that? So much so that surely releasing CCTV stills into the public for a non-criminalised purpose, isn't that in some way against privacy laws? But isn't this just another tactic to protect what he has? Branson and Stagecoach, who owns a 90% stake of the Virgin East Coast franchise, want to get rid of any ideas that the service is poor or that under privatisation there are major flaws. Branson promised to pay the government a £3 billion premium over the life of the franchise, which means Branson has to hit targets of growth at 8 to 12%, which would make you understand maybe why prices are so high and why he wants to get rid of the very thing, the person that wants to change it all. But it is escalating out of control. Now John McDonnell has called for Branson to be stripped of his knighthood. And I admit though, Branson has done some good things. I have read at length in the past about how he treats his staff. And if I'm honest, that's exactly how I would treat my staff. He looks after them. But John McDonnell says because he lives in a tax exile in the Virgin Islands, he should lose his gong. But he's clever, isn't he? Moving to a place where he doesn't have to pay tax. He is protecting his wealth. Anyone else, I would say, yeah, well done. But now, as we are finding out, it's at the detriment of us folk who uses his service. But there is also another service that has not really produced the goods in the past. Not only is Branson trying all he can, using any tactic he can to protect the profit, Virgin Care has its faults. As reported by the Canary, a woman died after going to Croydon University Hospital way back in September the 7th, 2013. And the centre is run by Virgin Care. She was judged by a non-medically trained receptionist that she wasn't that sick and placed her in a non-urgent queue for 4 hours. Now after 8 hours she was seen to, but she later died from a ruptured ovarian cyst, an organ failure and sepsis. And as the Canary said, they have a refusal to learn from such tragedies when it risks eating into profit margins. I think we have to ask serious questions when a corporate magnate uses tactics like this with regards to Traingate to plainly try and coerce people into a certain way of thinking. Politicians do it and we complain about them and wish we could reprimand them. Sure, many of us are complaining about Branson, but how does it get to the point when someone like this thinks they have the untouchable power to use tactics like this? Now, going off key slightly, but this is the case with Philip Green. How on earth is he not certainly publicly being made accountable for his actions? It seems lately, and I think it is gathering momentum, that the wealthy, the tax exiles, almost have a handbook, a rule book that they work from. And we are merely tools, pawns for them to get to the other side of the board, where there lies glorious riches. It's almost as though this country is being treated the same. The wealthy, and I'm not saying they're all the same, but some do their research, Find somewhere they don't have to pay tax into this country and almost dip in and out just to skim off the top of the profits. This country has also become a tool for making them millionaires. And at the moment, services are suffering from all sides. There are loopholes, there is no doubt about that. And them loopholes should be investigated and stopped. Someone has come forward to do that, that being Corbyn. But what we are seeing now in plain sight is these people, such as Branson, protecting the loopholes at any cost. And it has to stop. And it has to stop now. As I always say, do you agree with what was said? With regards to Jeremy's train journey, were you on that train, or do you know anyone that was on that train? And what do you make of the people on the same path as Branson? Let me know in the comments and give me the thumbs up. As always, click subscribe and you won't miss out on an upload. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you again soon.